Now that everything matters, it's most important that we talk about babies' lives matter. And that's been the purpose behind our group discussion. And a pro life group discussion allows a lot of people of like minded um, goals, in this case, to put an end to abortion. And this outreach ministry is not only just to educate us on the facts of abortion, but also help the mother so she doesn't have to make the decision to end her pregnancy. And in all honesty, if that mother makes that decision, then it becomes about rescuing the unborn. I just about a week and a half ago, I spoke to March for Life, and we were working on an idea to have an online rally, not just going to January's event, but finding other ways to be involved and active. And a lot of people can't get downtown or get to that Planned Parenthood. So there are other ways to discuss and talk about the concerns that matter to us. Now, I'm going to read from the scriptures. Some of you might not be familiar with this scripture. It's 1 John 2:17. The world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God remains forever. The will of God is to rescue the babies. God had created and formed that child in the mother's womb, and it's knitted and woven. So I'm opening up the discussion. We'll probably be leaving Facebook. It's just a startup group. It will not really result in a whole lot. Most of the work that needs to be done at the Planned Parenthood or, gathering for the next March for Life or planning. And we're not going to do a whole lot on Facebook because Facebook doesn't always generate a whole lot. It will get you started though. So this discussion group though gives you a chance to swap emails, talk to each other. If you are trying to bring together a group in your area, it doesn't have to be just Pennsylvania. This is just, again, a startup group. What provoked me is I was at an abortion clinic where my roommate had gotten an abortion, and my life has never really been the same. I was in the waiting area waiting for her to go through the procedure, and I had tried to talk her out of it, but by the time she walked in there, I knew it was too late. It was too late. She had already made her decision, and she came out of there throwing up and vomiting. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at what she went through on the ride home. Um, I've gone to a couple events. I could probably talk about a handful. I've gone down to downtown Pittsburgh. And Randall Terry, who is one of the more popular figures of the pro-life movement, is in Pittsburgh today. And I wanted to get to downtown Pittsburgh, and that's why I started this group, because we need to be able to do ride share or some things or work with each other, because a lot of people don't drive. A lot of people want to drive, can't drive. And that was the basis of starting this group, is that we would be able to stay connected. And Facebook, again, is not where it starts at Facebook. It extends out after we leave this discussion. Either you can read or watch my post on YouTube or on Facebook. We're not going to just sit around waiting for the next baby to die in an abortion clinic. That's what I've been having trouble with, is whether we gather the funds or whether we drive down, to help that unborn baby, you know. First, I started working on trying to put together something similar to a pregnancy center. Then I went to the hospital and I was led there. I know I was led there. I was led right to a pregnancy center, and they had already started collecting clothes and baby stuff and baby items. And then I started having these horrible dreams about unborn babies dying. And I know that our calling is to put a stop to abortion issues, or try to make vocal about the pro-life matters that we face. We face uncertainty because we know that there's still a powerful agenda to end the life of a baby. And there's a lot of women that are convinced that they don't want to continue with their pregnancy. And no matter what the reasons were or what the results come back, when you're pregnant, you become a mother. And you have to make decisions that are in the best interest of you and that baby. It's no longer about you anymore. And pro-abortion or Planned Parenthood does is they want you to be involved in the family planning aspect of your life, and they want to treat it like as if you're an OB/GYN clinic, when we know it's not that way at all. When I go into an OB/GYN clinic, it is not even remotely the same. We want young women to get the proper medical exam at the OB/GYN clinic instead of going to Planned Parenthood. For it to mimic itself like the same, it's not. And I was talking to Coach Dave from Coach Dave TV Live, and I was telling him, there are places that I'd rather not be, and one of them, I would never want to be put in the situation. Being as I'm much older, I probably would not have to worry about that. But here in the United States of America, I know the last place is Planned Parenthood. So this is America. This is a constitutional matter. And as we phase off, I just want to say thank you for listening to that little bit of discussion time. This group is forming, and we're going to be off Facebook for the time being. Please support us. You can support us offline or over at the YouTube link below. Just comment below that you want to get in touch with us. Babies' lives matter.